Welcome, welcome one and all to Chateau Saint Michel in Woodinville, Washington, just outside Seattle. I'm sure you've heard the news, friends, but let's take a moment to reflect and give thanks that, at long last, our dark national nightmare has come to a close, and we can all move on. Yes, the NPR raccoon made it to the top of that building. They will see us wave from such great heights. Come on down now, they'll say. Everything looks perfect from far away. Calm down now, but we'll stay. Yes, the raccoon has been returned safely to its life of scavenging in suburban St. Paul garbage cans. Wouldn't we all love to be returned to our normal lives right about now? Much has been made of the NPR raccoon's climb being an allegory for 2018, but two things have been bothering me about the story. First, I know that we are Minnesota Public Radio and everything, but this raccoon, it climbed the UBS building. NPR's across the street. It should be called the UBS raccoon. And speaking of taking credit where credit isn't due, most of the tweets and reporting referred to this heroic procyanid as a, quote, courageous little guy, or, quote, determined little fellow. But like so many of history's most perseverant protagonists, and like the future itself, the NPR raccoon is female. Think about it. Think about it. A woman captures the imagination of the entire country on her near-impossible climb, only to be sent back to her previous life, the butt of so many internet memes, with only a can of cat food as her consolation prize. By the way, the city officials who rescued her on the roof and determined that she was female for some reason stopped recounting her epic journey and instead described her to the New York Times as, quote, a little skinny, but in good shape. I mean, how many buildings does a raccoon have to climb before she's taken seriously in this town? Anyway, here's to you, Miss NPR Raccoon. We're so happy the government reunited you with your family. They don't always do that. But we soldier on, and we do it here at a fully functioning chateau. Chateau Saint Michel was the very first modern commercial winemaking operation in the state of Washington, and the very first nice bottle of wine I ever bought when I was 21, true story, was a Chateau Saint Michel Eroica Riesling. The Eroica Riesling is so good, Beethoven wrote a symphony about it. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3. That was a little bit of the first movement from Beethoven's Eroica Symphony. But lest ye think Washington wine tributes are only for the powdered wig set, check out what Seattle hero Jimi Hendrix had to say about the local teeth-staining Syrah. Couple haze all in my brain, and deadly things, they all seem the same. Acting funny, and I don't know why. Excuse me while I kiss the sky. I know you thought that song was about a different mood-enhancing substance, but trust me, it's about Syrah. That other stuff wasn't even legal yet. Now, I know that a lot of pretentious statements are made about the romance of wine, and it's symbolizing the essence of man's harmony with nature, and I want you to know that I think all of them are 100% true. Hemingway once said, wine is one of the most natural things of the world that has been brought to the greatest perfection, and it offers a greater range for enjoyment and appreciation than possibly any other purely sensory thing. Hemingway said that. Robert Louis Stevenson said, wine is bottled poetry and you can trust him because he wrote Treasure Island. And Meghan Markle said, I'm really big on day dates. If you go for a stroll, have a picnic, or lunch with a glass of wine, it doesn't get better than that. With such nuggets of wisdom, it's no wonder she became a princess. This week's song is about a high-rise climbing raccoon, the importance of wine production in Washington State during a constitutional crisis, and day dates with Meghan Markle. In other words, it's an instrumental. We're calling it a little skinny, but in good shape.